Counselor for the Moran Bay Division. Your rose, my rose, all our rose, the beautiful, the vivacious Counselor Yvonne Shaw, next member of Parliament for Eastern.
Time come. Some are got charged for corruption. Oh yes.
Why, Bolo? Some are got charged for corruption.
Time come. Some are got charged for corruption. Oh yes.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. A young, vibrant chairman this evening. To our party leader, our general secretary. We have a 6-star general here with us. Councillors on the platform, my executive members, my esteemed, hard-working campaign manager, and you who make all things possible. Let me hear it. Let me hear it. Eastern St. Thomas, let me hear you.
Turn up the thing. Turn up the thing. Turn up the thing. Turn up, turn up, turn up, turn up.
Let me hear you. Western St. Thomas, let me hear you. Comrades, I am immensely proud tonight when I look across and I see Eastern St. Thomas and I see Western St. Thomas, PNP River come down bank to bank tonight. We have come a long way. And I want to specially recognize tonight Duck and Field, PNP, where are you? Comrade leader, you know why I recognize Duck and Field comrades tonight? All you my comrades, I love you. But I have to recognize Duck and Field tonight because in 1990, a revolution took place in Duck and Field. When Duck and Field sugar workers striked for their money, they were pounced upon. They were called the military and the constabulary to say that they were disorderly and they were peaceful people. And comrade leader, tonight, a barrage of gunmen went to Duck and Field when the 4 buses were rolling out. Comrades, we know the names. Those names are given to the police. I want to say to you tonight, comrades of St. Thomas, let us turn back gangsterism. Let us turn tonight that the entire People's National Party is behind you. We have our next Minister of National Security here. And Senator Bunting, I will speak to you on Monday about happenings in this parish. Comrades, I don't need no introduction. You know me. I was born here. I was schooled here. I serve here. I work here. And I want to tell some of those persons who want to discount my service to this parish, St. Thomas land we love, that you are wrong. I recall the days I was the Jamaica Youth Corps officer in the parish of St. Thomas at the Social Development Commission. Most of the youths today who are now 35 and 40, this big girl here gave them the opportunity. I recall the days when we were placing people. They were placed at the Princess Margaret Hospital. Youngsters were placed at the tax office. We had Jamal that Michael Manley brought in. They were placed there to assist our unfortunate persons who could not read to be able to read today. That was the program that lifted the young people of St. Thomas, the Jamaica Youth Corps. And it later became the National Youth Service. I have served in this parish as a counselor at the age of 22. Comrade leader, up to now, I can boast that I have been the youngest councillor to be elected to the St. Thomas Parish Council. Up to now. I still hold that record. And at the age of 29, I became the mayor of Morant Bay. So comrades, I have been serving all my life. At the age of 15, I was the president of the St. Thomas chapter of youth clubs. I have served all my life. So in me, you have someone with a wealth of experience. You have someone who have knowledge of the parish. And I want to tell you, Eastern St. Thomas, that I don't have to put up orange sign to point me to the various districts in St. Thomas. Eastern St. Thomas and Western St. Thomas, I am imploring you tonight to bring back a semblance of order and decency to this parish. I'm not going to say a lot tonight because you don't notice I don't have my red file tonight. What I am going to say to you tonight, I am going to deliver the things that you need. Party leader, St. Thomas is a place where we have many, many rivers. And when you go out there and you see in the various districts the amount of persons who are suffering water crisis in the various districts across the length and breadth of this parish. I am very happy that I will be a part of a government who cares about the poor. Comrade leader, you and I are going to work to fix this water crisis with the many stakeholders in this parish. I want to tell you that you are not forgotten when I walk on a daily basis. And when I look at the roads, the district roads in the parish, it is less than desirable. So, Sunning Hill to Water Valley, the roads are in bad condition. You are not forgotten. Johnson Mountain, you are not forgotten. Roland's Field, you are not forgotten. Pipe Road, you are not forgotten. Wilmington, you are not forgotten. Arcadia, you are not forgotten. Stanton, Spring Garden, you are not forgotten. I have my list tonight, the list of roads that I, in my first term, and I can say, safely say, party leader, the first 200 days, we're going to start the ball rolling as it relates to the roads that lead to the various districts in East and St. Thomas. When you come on to community centers, the community centers in the East and St. Thomas constituency, when you walk, all of those community centers are in bushes. Primary of all is the community center in Hampton Court. When the former member of parliament, Dr. Fenton Ferguson, was here, that community center served as a homework center, fully computerized. Comrades, I pledge tonight, and I promise you, that under a People's National Party-led government, with your member of parliament, Yvonne Rosemary Shaw, that will come alive. When I talk to most of the youths, they need leadership. They don't want a member of parliament to be driving around, waving and jumping up on TikTok as if it's a reality TV show. You want responsible people to handle your business. You want decent, law-abiding people to handle your business. When I walk the highways and byways of this constituency, and I notice the amount of fruits and vegetables that are going to waste. When you look at the mangoes, the sweet sop, the sour sop, the apples that are on the ground, I am pledging to you tonight.
Hold on a little bit, Comrade Shaw. Comrades, there's an emergency. The fire truck needs to leave right now. The vehicle with license plate CP2234, a gray Toyota Hiace vehicle. You need to move your vehicle. The fire truck needs to leave right now.
I will, under the leadership of the People's National Party, establish 2 agro-processing plants in this constituency. One in the eastern, far east section and one in the central section. That is to create employment, preserve our food security. We can also tap into the export market and put the unemployed to work. St. Thomas, leader, I think the national average of unemployment, we top that average here in St. Thomas. Our women primarily have no work. So when we establish the agro-processing plant, we will put some of our women to work. When you look at the trade training centers, you have one out by license that was established under the auspices of the People's National Party. We need more of that. We need to go into the communities. When you look at Princess Margaret Hospital, grossly understaffed. I hear that here in the linen, they have to be taken to other places to get cleaned. The washing machines are down. And I want, Comrade Leader, I want us to look at the Isaac Barron Clinic. The Isaac Barron Clinic needs modern equipment. Many people, even in Portland, ISAT, would benefit from the Isaac Barron Clinic. There needs to be a revolutionization of land distribution in this parish. We have one of the largest agro-park over in Bachelor's Hall, and we need to expand those. We have many people, Comrade Williams spoke about it, that claim that they are squatters. The area in Fort, don't worry, we are coming to get those lands in your hands. Security of tenure is a pride. When you have your little document as a title in your hand, that is a national pride. You can walk into any bank and borrow money to deal with whether your house or your farm. I am very proud to be a part of an incoming government that will tap into $1 billion fund to assist some of you young people who are contributors of National Housing Trusts. You will be getting $500,000 as a down payment. So if the house down payment is $1 million, you will get a grant of $500,000. Glory to Mark Golden and the People's National Party. Comrades, I just get 10 minutes so I can reel out all the plans. When I look at Licensed Community Center, Licensed Pavilion used to serve as an entertainment center. We are looking at prime lands out there to develop a cultural and entertainment center in License. Comrades are coming down. You realize tonight that we should be standing under the statue of Paul Bogle? You notice that Paul Bogle is not here tonight, but the spirit of Paul Bogle is here. I am calling on my government in the next few months to restore the statue of Paul Bogle. And before I take my seat tonight, I must touch on the urban center. Comrades, the caucus of councillors of the People's National Party met, and we spoke about the $10.3 million. That is a wicked act. We caucused, and at the last parish council meeting, we mandated Comrade Williams to speak on it. And I'm sure that most of you did not know that those atrocities were being committed by the government of the day. Can you imagine? How would I go and explain to the people of Morant Bay Division and to the people of Eastern St. Thomas, to speak on behalf of my councillors, that your road can't get fixed, your water supply is in bad shape, your community centers are in bad shape, and then we're going to go in a building to pay rent for $10.3 million? It's a wicked shame. The People's National Party is going to put people first as we used to. Put people first. If you were thinking about the poor citizens of St. Thomas, you would be talking about paying rental for a municipal corporation for $10.3 million. And comrades, the bridge broke down in Bamboo River. The bridge that Fenton Ferguson and myself as councillor constructed 20 years ago broke down. And the matter was taken to the council. And lo and behold, you hear all kind of stories about who's sending material. You know, up to today, I had to borrow, and Comrade Williams can bear me out, I had to borrow $1.2 million to fix Bamboo River Bridge. And then you're going to tell me that you're a government who care. You're going to tell me about prosperity. Comrades, the last thing I have to say, in these hands, you are safe. Yes. You are safe with the People's National Party. And I am saying tonight, the evil that has done us wrong must go back where they came from. Comrades, in a matter of weeks, the trumpet shall be sounded. And I know that you are going to answer the call. Eastern St. Thomas, Western St. Thomas, one love, one heart, one
Step up and wave the flag.
Eastern St. Thomas. All right, thank you, DJ. No, comrades of St. Thomas. You see, in the People's National Party, when we are giving an MP candidate, an MP, we giving people with substance, and we giving people with value, people who can represent, and people when them go parliament, them listen to them, and nobody we are run around and look for their shadow. We not deal with dibby representation, not true? So comrades of St. Thomas, you once had in Eastern St. Thomas, a 7-star general, former Vice President of the People's National Party, former regional chairman for Region 2, and here, one and only former member of Parliament, the big man himself, the General, St. Thomas make welcome, Dr. Fenton Ferguson.
Comrade, chairpersons of this historic meeting, our comrade leader, Comrade Mark Jefferson Golding, our General Secretary, one of the most loyal General Secretaries I've ever met as it relates to his leader. I want to recognize former Minister, Comrade Peter Bunting, an opposition spokesman on national security. But I believe, comrades, the two candidates for East and West St. Thomas, they have spoken for themselves. They represent two of the most